Shalom. First off, I would like to give all praises to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Yahweh who the world ignorantly calls God, Yahweh Shai who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. I want to give a double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone Hall, some of this truth. I want to give a peace and blessings to the I came across the four corners of the earth who teach this truth and we're still like to do so. It's going to be a quick video. Lord willing, video is edifying. Lord willing, brothers, get something from this video. What I'm going to go through the curses in Deuteronomy 28 because it's been questioned that, it's still a question that who is, the children of Israel and who, God's people is everybody when that's not true at all. Okay? The Most High he has a favorite, like he has favorites that he chooses. Okay? And that we're not just saying, because we are Israelites, but you think we're so-called black. We're not just saying that we're his people for no reason. If you read the scriptures, right, and you really read them and try to understand them, you can see that it's obvious that the curses and the things that happen to the Israelites fit a specific people today. And that specific people today are the so-called Native Americans, so-called Mexicans, and so-called African Americans or black people. Okay? The curses fit. The curses fit them. Okay? Understand that, who got the world in a damn state of panic. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Okay, so the wicked can't do anything but get wicked. But you got to understand who the wicked is. The wicked is Esau. Okay, and guess who rules the world? Well, if you look at your dollar, it tells you who rules the world. We ain't got to say it. Okay, look at all the witchcraft that takes place, not just from Esau, but all the way down all the way down throughout the heathen nation. It shouldn't be only reason why it's a question is because, people speak lawfully about oppression. Okay? Those who speak lawfully about oppression, it's easy to talk and it's easy to to get comfortable when you're on your high horse until you fall off that motherfucker. But I'm gonna read this. This is Deuteronomy 28 verse 15. It says, "But it should come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh thy power to observe and do all his commandments and the statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee." Okay? And to the children of Israel, we didn't hearken unto the Most High for the most part. Okay, it says, "Cursed shalt thou be in the city, cursed shalt thou be in the field, cursed shall thy basket be in the store, cursed shall be the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep. Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out. The Lord Yahweh shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke, and all that thou settest thine hand unto for to do, until thou be destroyed, and until thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doings whereby thou hast forsaken me." I'm going to scroll down. It says, "Thy sons and daughters shall be given into another people." That happened, okay? Have you watched the movie Birth of a Nation, or you watch any slave movie? It kind of shows you that, we've been, sold on different plantations and auctioned off to different states. That's why, that's why you got certain jakes in Alabama. You got certain jakes in Texas. You got certain jakes in like Tennessee, Mississippi, Oklahoma, all the southern states, parts of Florida. You got certain jakes everywhere. Okay, and the reason why, well, it began, Virginia, when we came down here when we stopped in Virginia, we were auctioned off into the South. Okay, and we were made slaves. Okay, and we built up, America basically. Okay, it says, "Shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand." It's a lot. Let me go down. It says, "The Lord Yahweh shall," this is 36, it says, "The Lord Yahweh shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, and there shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone." Okay, now if you look at Issachar, if you look at the tribe of Issachar, just not just the tribe of Issachar, but the northern kingdom as well, even even Judah, the Judite tribes, you gotta understand cross, okay, crucifix, all that, big ass statues that they built. with their hands. You can't listen. You can't build. You worship something that could fall and break. The Most High Yahweh can't fall and break. So it's just the foolishness that our people do and that our people get into. Okay, these are the foolish things, and the reason why we got into the foolishness, what it tells you up here, man, in Deuteronomy 28 and 20, well 19. Okay, it tells you, man. We went off, and now we're stuck in a situation to where we in this body, and you fighting with this body. This body is overly wicked, and right from wrong. You fall 7 times in a righteous, get back up. A just man gonna get back up. But we're really supposed to be perfect, and the heathen are really supposed to be going through these curses, not us. Okay, not us, because even when you start up in Deuteronomy 28, it says the heathen was going to partake in these curses. Okay, the Most High Yahweh has a favorite people, but we went off, so he turned around. He basically turned his eyes from us, man, and now we are as a people, as a nation, it's proven that we need our power. He's dealing with the elect and the 1/3, but as a nation itself, as the Israelite nation itself, it proves that we can't do anything without our power. We can't win without our power. Okay, we have no militaries. We have nothing. We got. It says, "Oh, that worm Jacob." A worm doesn't have a fucking defense system. You understand? So come on, man. Like it's evident. Okay, it says it says it's Deuteronomy 28:41. It says, "Thou shalt beget sons, daughters, but thou shalt thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity." Captivity is slavery. Okay, what nation went into captivity? What nation got sold on auction and blocks? Okay, I'm gonna keep reading. I'm gonna keep going, just to overly prove my point. It has to be overly proven. Okay, Deuteronomy 28:43. It says, "The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low." The heathen got up very high, and we came down very low. That's why we're the lowest people on the planet, man. If you look at the New World Order, the representatives, we ain't even got no representatives. But we not even supposed to, and it tells you that it says the nations are. If you read in Psalms 85:3, it tells you the nations are confederate against us. Okay, that's showing their confederacy with each other. This Deuteronomy 28:48 says, "Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord Yahweh shall send against them in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things, and shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee." Who got a yoke of iron put on their neck? We did. Okay, our forefathers, our ancestors did. This is 49. It says, "The Lord Yahweh shall bring a nation against thee from far from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand." And if you look at that, and even in a spiritual way, right? If you look at, America, what symbol does America represent? What symbol represents America? The eagle. Okay, eagle is the defiled, proud bird, man. Just like the people, just like Edomites, so-called white people. And look, I'm gonna say this: not all white people are white. Okay, so-called white people are white. You got our people who look like who look like so-called Edomite, who looks like so-called white people, which are Edomites. Okay, it's 50. It says, "A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of old, nor shew favor to the young, and he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle, and the fruit of thy land until thou be destroyed, which also shall not leave thee either corn, wine, or oil, or the incense of thy kind, or flocks of thy sheep, until he hath destroyed thee. And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates, until the high and fenced walls come down, wherein thou trustest throughout all thy land. And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates throughout all thy land, which the Lord Yahweh thy power hath given thee." Okay, I'm going to go down to 54. It's like it. 54 says, "So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother, and towards his wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. Jake don't grow with their fathers for the most part. I didn't grow with my father for the most part. Most of my homies didn't grow with their real father for. Most of my friends didn't grow with their fathers for the real fathers for the most part, or a father figure in the house. Okay, that's a curse. Okay, it says, I'm going to go down. In 56, it says, the tender and delicate woman among you, which will not venture to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eyes shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter. So the eyes shall be evil towards her children, and that happens. That happens. I've seen it. Okay, I've seen it, and I lived that. I've seen it. Okay. It says, this is 58. It says, if thou wilt not observe to do all the words of the Lord of this law that are written in this book, and thou mayest fear the glorious and fearful name of the Lord Yahweh thy power. I'm gonna go down to 68. It says, and it's a bunch. I'm just skimming through for time purposes. This is a bunch you can go in and read. But it's Deuteronomy 28 verse 68 says, and the Lord Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by the way wherever I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. See what no more again? Israel. Okay? Again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Okay, I'm going to read back from the top and break it down. And the Lord Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again. Okay, now this is obviously when we got out of the land of Egypt. What does Egypt mean? Captivity. Okay? With ships. Now, if you look at the first time, how we get out of Egypt? We got out of Egypt because Moses walked us through the Red Sea. Okay, so we didn't need ships to go from Israel to Egypt, from Egypt to Israel. Okay, it says again with ships, by the way wherever I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. See what no more again in the land of Israel? And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies. Okay, enemies. Okay, for bondmen and bondwomen. Okay, now what does bondmen mean? I mean slave men. What does bondwomen mean? I mean slave woman. And no man shall, it's like it. And no man shall buy you, which means that word. Apostle Ramalov did a video on the word buy. Like no man will buy us out of captivity, right? So that means no man will redeem us. Okay, but coming into time now, Yahweh Shai is redeeming us because we're in the last days, which is prophecy. Okay, it says the Most High said that He would basically get us right. Our people will He would reprove us, and He will reprove us in the face of our enemies, and that's happening. Okay, in the land of our captivity, we shall know the Most High's name, and we are in the land of our captivity in Judah, and Judah and Israel are coming together preaching Yahweh Shai. Okay, so with that, man, Lil William videos edifying. Lil William brothers got something from this video. I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bashim Shai, Bashim Kabradash, for giving me the spirit and the words to do this video. Lil William brothers have been edified. I want to say shalom. Keep pushing, shalom.